All right, thanks, Eric. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Wednesday evening. This wasn't our ordinary traffic stop in Leland. Police say 2 people were found with several drugs in a car. Both are now in jail. The driver, 29-year-old Lee Hollinsworth from Greenville, and passenger, 26-year-old Ashley Burnett of Hollandale, were arrested yesterday in Leland after police searched their vehicle. Police stopped their Silverado on South Broad Street outside the Leland Motel. And the amount of drugs they found inside the car is huge. Get this, police found 9 grams of methamphetamine, 11 grams of marijuana, 2 precursor items that are used to manufacture crystal meth, 33 pills of hydrocodone, and in addition, police also found what is believed to be 29 grams of bath salts and other unknown substances. Those items have been sent to the crime lab for testing. Burnett and Hollinsworth are charged with possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute and possession of precursors with intent to manufacture. Both are being held in the Leland jail awaiting arraignment. In Indianola, police say one of the suspects involved in a burglary that ended in a police chase across 2 counties still remains nameless. Apparently, this suspect is not being cooperative with Coahoma County sheriffs. He has refused to give his name to authorities during their interrogation. Chief Richard O'Bannon says his unwillingness to cooperate will only hurt the suspect in the end, but he will eventually have to give up his name. The second suspect is known as 37-year-old Torrey King of Terry, Mississippi. The 2 men were chased by police Monday morning into Coahoma County after a burglary at the USA Murphy gas station in Indianola. Spike strips were eventually used to bring the vehicle they were getting away in to a stop, but the men ran from the vehicle into a wooded area near Highway 61. Police and sheriff officers from 10 departments, including the MBI, laid out a perimeter and used canine units to apprehend the suspects near the Coahoma-Tunica County line. Both men are in custody and are being held in the Coahoma County Jail. They face multiple charges, including burglary and resisting arrest. Also in Indianola, a wanted gunman has been on the run for months, and now the Indianola police need your help in finding this guy. Back in May, Indianola police reported Anthony Stuckey firing several shots at a car that was occupied by several people. A number of witnesses have come forward and have identified Stuckey as the one behind the gun. The suspect has been charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. If you know where the suspect is hiding, call Indianola police at 662-887-1811. Law enforcement from all around the Delta came together this afternoon to discuss crime-related issues in their community. The monthly Mid-Delta Law Enforcement Coalition took place today at the Melissa Manning Complex in Greenville. These meetings occur in a different town each month with a new speaker and topic. Nearly 50 officers came together to share new ideas to capture criminals in their areas. Today, a FBI agent spoke about human trafficking.
It could be a problem in the Delta. I haven't seen it in my area yet, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. A lot of times these things are hidden within the communities, in safe houses.
And next month's meeting is set to take place in Clarksdale. A portion of Greenville's budget could be gone if the city council doesn't agree to let a local casino expand. At last night's city council meeting, I should say, the council decided to put Trop Casino's proposition on hold. The casino spent 8 months drafting a plan to expand its shore facility to include restaurants and parking. To do this, the city would have to lease over half of Shelburne Park to the casino. In return, Trop would continue to pay $420,000 a year to the city for an additional 25 years when the current lease is set to expire in 2019. And Trop would also spend $150,000 renovating the remaining portion of the park. However, the city council didn't feel they had enough time to review the plan.
If for whatever reason they didn't expand, if they felt like Greenville was not a friendly market, so to speak, because people weren't willing to work with them on the city council, then they could certainly decide we need to go somewhere else. And if they did, it would be a great loss to the city.
A special meeting will take place this week to discuss Trop Casino's plan. And new for you at 6, a Mississippi man has been charged with aggravated DUI in connection with an accident in which a Mississippi State University student was killed. Starkville police say 18-year-old Sawyer Thomas Steed is free on a $50,000 bond after his arrest. He is scheduled to appear in the Starkville Municipal Court on October 21st, I should say. Police say the one-vehicle accident occurred about 2 p.m. along Mississippi Highway 12 near the MSU campus. Police say 18-year-old Caleb Dwayne Barker was seriously injured and later died at a Jackson hospital. Barker was a freshman at the university. Police say Barker was riding in the bed of a pickup driven by Steed. No other passenger was treated for minor injuries and released from a local hospital. The accident is still under investigation. And in other news, days after a gunman killed 12 people at the Washington Navy Yard, family and friends are sharing their stories about the loved ones they lost. CBS's news correspondent Jerika Duncan has more on the life of Marty Bodrog.
Aaron Alexis's mother is speaking for the first time. In an audio statement, Kathleen Alexis says she doesn't know what drove her son to open fire on co-workers at the Washington Navy Yard on Monday.
And I'll never be able to ask him why. Aaron is now in a place where he can no longer do harm to anyone, and for that I am glad.
Alexis had a history of mental health problems. Friend Melinda Downs says he was sometimes depressed, but never violent.
It's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Who was this guy? The guy that I knew was so honorable.
Police records show Alexis called authorities in Rhode Island 6 weeks ago, claiming he was hearing voices and people were stalking him. Officers alerted the Navy, but the contractor kept his security clearance. Investigators are trying to figure out why Alexis did it. They also want to know why someone with reported mental problems had such easy access to the Navy Yard. The Defense Secretary says the military is reviewing all security procedures.
Where there are gaps, we will close them. Where there are inadequacies, we will address them.
The building where the 12 victims died remains an active crime scene. Only essential personnel are being allowed back inside the Navy Yard. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Washington.